is the chamber and the stances. Miyagi was like a monkey. So his stances were usually very long. He was underneath people. Look at that stance, right? And he was striking here. Cool, right? Really long. Taira used to reach by suriachi, right? So if he had to reach you, he would come, boom, right there, right? Miyagi didn't have to step in, do this double. He would just reach you there. And then Yamani is in between. Taira was kind of stiff. The movements were, right? Miyagi was a little bit more loose, and Yamani was more flexible. Before, they only had choreo katas, or classical forms. They went in every direction, did whatever they were going to do. So in order for me to start developing the higher katas that I developed, I chose to think, I need basic katas. So that when a beginner comes in, he doesn't have to have 30 years of martial arts to learn how to do Kobudo. So I developed my first basic kata, and I named it after Matayoshi. Matayoshi no Kihonbo, basic bow of Matayoshi. And it goes like this. The difference between basic kata is that it repeats. In Goju, we have this way, head, chest down, front, and we have back. That's Hyuku kata or Giksai Daiichi or Giksai Daini. Those are all classic, basic katas. I chose to do the first classic kata. It's a bow kata, and I'm going to go here. You bow. Arabete. Chi. Slow. Block. Ai. Jo. Chu. Ge. Ai. Slow. Block. Over the top. Ai. Pull. Step. Then Aisa. 1, 2. Ai. Ko. 1 and 2. Now, the same steps I did there, I do them to the side. Right? Same thing. Block here. Go. Pull. Stab. Aisa. Block and stab. Block here. Stab and back to here. And then the finish. Very simple. Right? And then a person could learn that a lot faster than a classical form. And I have 7 basic katas in bow, and then they move on to the first classical kata.
So that's like a prerequisite, and it teaches you?
In my teachings, yes. Yeah. Basic bow katas. They learn about 3 bow katas, basic bow katas, and then I teach them Yeiku, the bow pedal. And I teach them a classical. Actually, it's a basic kata for Matayoshi. And then after that, they learn the first classical form, which is Monti Bo. By the way, Monti, this is the difference again. Mon means gate. Ti or te means hand. So Monte actually in Japanese means gate hand. But to the Okinawans, this was the name that was given to the people who used to train in secrecy at that gate. So they were known as Monti.
Monti.
Yeah. So my first classical form, I name after them. And Monti is a classical form because it doesn't follow left, right, and stuff like that. But it's a very simple form. This is Monti Bo. Okay? So this kata comes this way. It's different. Open, arabite, kamai. So now from here, it just goes 1, block, strike, stab, ko. Block low, stab, strike in, ko. Block. 1, 2, 3, ko. From here, 1, 2, Aiza, groin, ko. Block, yame. So you notice this didn't have a set pattern going left and right. It's just, so that's what makes it a classical form. And every movement has a meaning. It has to have a meaning. If it's not, it's no good. You have a sword?
Sword? Yes.
Yeah. It used to belong to Matayoshi, one of the great Kobudo masters, and he gave this to Kimo Wall, and Kimo Wall gave it to me. So it's very old. It's a red oak from Okinawa.
Wow. Red oak. Wow. So he was part of one of the main families of
Kobudo.
Oh, okay.
Matayoshi, Taira, and then Yamani was actually not the name of the family, but just a family that named that style Yamani. They were a little bit more fluid in their movement.
So did you ever meet him, Matayoshi?
Yeah, he came to down here to California, and we trained for 1 day, him and I. He invited me to go to Okinawa.
Wow.
They do strike, and they're blocking this way. That would never work, right? But if I'm here, and you come to attack again, right? I get behind, right? Or to the side. It doesn't have to be getting behind this way, right? And following the blow. It can be, right? That way. So that's the way the bow was capable of.
Because it hits the back end. Let's do it from here again. So both of them.
Or blocking was able to block metal, right? Like I said, never like this. That would never work. It might, if the assortment was weak.
Yeah.
Right? But it's always a way, either this way, but watch. Huh? Now, or just that way, behind, side.
So either
Move
the
it away.
side or behind.
Okay? Okinawa and Kobudo, most of the strikes were here, front. But me, because I box some, I always think about the jab and so my technique is always 1, 2. You have a weapon, right? Let's say it's another bow, right? And let's say you do a strike, and I do 1, but I want to at least break your hand, and then, and you look at most katas in Kobudo, they're always striking with the front or the back, right? But it's never a flowing movement, right?
So it's never a circular flowing movement.
Yeah.
It's very
Now,
direct.
mine is more circular, but it's not like Kung Fu, right? Because Kung Fu sword has 2 edges, and they have to be thinking of all kinds of different movements. And in karate, it's not. Oh, yeah, cat stance.
That cat stance. So in Okinawan style, what was the purpose of that stance?
Okay. There was a karate stance. Neko achi ashidachi. Ashidachi means stance. Neko, cat. A long time ago, the cat stance used to be flat-footed like this. Heel and toe in line. Here. That was, but then they changed it to this. And the purpose is to be light on that front foot, because most people kick with the back, right? But if I'm here and you're coming in, boom, right into the, and I do this many times. You see me going back, and then boom, catch you. Right? And not only for the stomach or the groin, but it can also be coming. Right? This is now MMA is doing it, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that are in karate that they're doing now.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's like I said, not boom, like I showed you. That
headbutts and stuff like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
There's a space, right? But I'm actually drawing you in, because you see me go back and boom.
Yeah.
Because you don't expect that leg. You usually expect the back leg to kick.
Yeah. Did you guys do like horse stance and like?
And some people do, they call it this stance. We do this. This is a horse stance for Goju.
Okay, so it's kind of sumo style, toes out.
Horse stance. Like as though you're riding a big horse.
Yeah.
And the Shotokan uses this. Kibadachi, they call it. But we call it Shikodachi, horse stance.
Is there a reason? What's the difference in terms of?
For me, it's more balanced the other way.
If
you dig your heels and you grab the floor with your feet, you have more balance. But watch this. For me, everything comes from natural stance. Okay? There it is, right? Natural stance. Watch. Cat stance. That's the right length. Cat stance.
So just
Right?
from standing.
So from here, just switch, but not so much this way as 45, and you're there. 45. And make sure this doesn't go out. It's more like here, right? So that nobody can get in there, right? Now watch, so, okay? So this is natural stance. Okay, long stance. Some people, they do long stance this way, right? But natural long stances, in other words, is this width. It's really basic, but it's got good balance. There it is. Now watch. Horse stance, always this width.
Small natural step here in one stance, and then just a switch here in the next stance.
And cat stance and everything. Bunkai with horse stance, yeah.
There is?
Yeah, I just showed you.
Oh, when you did the, yeah.
I drop my booty down and you bring all my power down, slam your head, you be getting whiplash, and then you night because once I bring you full force into my head, you're gone.